What's up, everybody? Here we are. It's another Sunday. It's the February monthly giveaway. Very exciting time to be alive. What giveaway would that be, you ask? Why, we have this hot little Aetherdrift collector booster box in hand. Booyah. So for the month of January, the new set was Innistrad Remastered, so we were rocking out with that. And, we had some pretty sick pulls, some of the movie poster promos and some other showcases. So I'm here joined by Ellie, of course, in a wonderful Path of Exile hoodie. Only the best.
I've been wearing it for a month. Well, I've been wearing it every day for a month.
Yeah, lots of Magic news, right? I mean, this is the week that basically Wizards has come out of hiding. It's been, 3 months or so since we've heard anything, and basically we're going to get an update to the power brackets. We're going to go over that. We're going to do our giveaways. So as you all know, we have 2 giveaways every month. We have the Facebook giveaway, and we have the Twitch giveaway. We announced both of them right here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the first giveaway. Give you a little something here in chat. So let's go ahead. We're going to fire up the pack cracking camera view here.
Not to be confused with crack packing.
Yes, not to be confused with crack packing. That comes later, chat.
Not for thine eyes.
Yeah, we've got an Aetherdrift collector booster. We are going to drop the link into chat for everybody so that they can go interact with the Facebook poll if they have not already. We've got a monthly Facebook post that basically is just asking about the commander brackets, a little feedback, a little input from our wonderful community, the hundreds and hundreds of growing members of BlackPoloSociety. So we're just going to post that in the chat, give everybody just a couple of minutes. While we're opening packs and whatnot to, kind of do your thing. Maybe you haven't logged in. Maybe you just don't use Facebook at all. That's okay. We also have the Twitch giveaway. So, like I said, we're going to go through both of those as per usual. Again, if you're new to the stream, I know we've had some new followers on Twitch. We've got a lot of new Facebook members. We're up to 363 Facebook members. So that is very exciting. So the way it works is we do a booster box break, which is just fun for anybody who enjoys opening collector booster boxes. And the first pack we open goes to Facebook, and the last pack we open goes to Twitch. So it's a pretty simple setup. We do it every month. This month, we're doing it a couple days after Valentine's Day. Maybe people haven't gone down to the local game store. Maybe they've been spending some time with their loved ones, and so we figure, hey, why not crack open a box? A lot of times we do this the last Sunday of every month. But instead, here we are breaking the official Wizard seal. I know you can see those little Wizards logos there. This is not a repack. This is not a Temu, Wish.com collector booster. God, I hope not, since we got this at our local game store. As we suggestively unwrap our box as we undress the box. So let's show chat a cool little tool we use. This is a very little known tool. All right, I'm gonna let you guys in on an inside track, if you will. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys all about a tool I use for very quickly looking at the price of things for certain sets. Now you can use websites like MTG Stocks, okay? I like to use one called Dawn Glare, okay? So we're going to pull this up on the screen for you, all right? It's not much to look at right now, but it is a very exciting tool, okay? MTG Dawn Glare. This is another scraper, kind of like MTG Stocks. Basically, it is awesome. So let's just make sure we got everything pulled up there. We got the BlackPoloSociety logo. We got that. We got Pickens on Spotify, of course. Boom. Okay. So again, this is MTG. This is MTG Dawn Glare. Aha. So, yeah, good stuff. So, looks pretty boring, right? Well, you can come over here. You could type in a set, for example, Aetherdrift. I could type in Aetherdrift. I can get the variants. In the regular, since we're opening collector boosters, we're going to get both. And then I simply hit submit, and it shows me a visualizer of all the cards. And then I can zoom out, and it's going to show me the TCG low or TCG market, depending on settings, of all these cards with a slider bar at the bottom. And I can go down through every single card I can pull, and then I could scroll down and look at all the different prices. So this is really cool. Whenever you're looking to open packs, this is called MTG Dawn Glare. This is one I've been using for years. I just posted it into chat, so you could just kind of save that in your bookmarks. And it's another little nugget of wisdom for you from the Wine Stallion there. So we're going to flip our camera over to the pack camera.
The pack camera.
Paku. Indeed. So, yeah, hopefully everybody's been enjoying your week. Busy weekend, of course. Tomorrow's President's Day. Hatchling says, passing on the wisdom. Yes, indeed. Indubitably. One of our favorite words. Okay, so here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got the Otter and the Frog. We've got Loot, and we've got Optimus Prime for our backdrop. What a time to be alive. There we go. Boom. Okay. So, we're going to unwrap our box. So, we know what we're looking for here. We know we've got this Bougie Ketramos, the regular Ketramos, both in the $50 range. So, this is a legendary creature god. Menace, lifelink, indestructible. Those abilities seem okay, right, chat? Can't attack or block unless there are 7 or more cards in exile. That's not just you control, of course. That could be opponent's cards. And whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and or the battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and you lose a life. So a very powerful commander, very powerful card. Lots of white exile effects. This works for cards like Oblivion Ring, your classic creatures like Fiend Hunter. This works for flicker shenanigans like a Restoration Angel. This even works for cards like Conjurer's Closet. This is a very powerful effect. You can effectively draw your entire deck if you have 2 creatures that are like a Fiend Hunter. You can effectively just have one creature exile the other one, immediately trigger to bring the other one back, and you can just infinitely lose life and infinitely draw your cards out of your deck, and then you just stop the combo whenever you want. And assuming your opponent doesn't have interaction, you can lose 30 or 40 life and draw 30 cards. So yeah, what a time to be alive. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Detroit Sports Rule, what's up? So, Aether Spark, this is a new spicy card. Legendary Artifact Creature Equipment. We want to get this Legendary Artifact Planeswalker Equipment. It's $36. It's not bad at all. Yeah, basically it attaches to a creature as an equipment. It can no longer be attacked, and then whenever a creature does combat damage, it gets that many loyalty. Roll up to attach it and put a counter on the guy. Roll down to draw 2 cards. Roll down to make 10 mana of any one color. We got Radiant Lotus, obviously an insane card in artifacts. Sack 1 or more artifacts. Add 3 mana for each one of the chosen color. And it's target player, which is pretty spicy. You can deflecting swat this ability, which is hilarious. So yeah, we've got Bright Glass Gear Hulk here, the green-white Gear Hulk. That's definitely the most expensive one, just by a hair compared to Riptide Gear Hulk. So green-white and blue-white Gear Hulks are pretty popular. Green-white is First Strike Trample, 4/4 for 4. Whenever it enters, search for up to 2 artifact, creature, or enchantment cards, mana value 1 or less, put them in your hand. Shout out to Esper Sentinel. He's definitely getting some love. I'm sure there's some other really juicy little boys, but yeah, definitely Esper Sentinel. I could see a lot of decks doing that. Riptide Gear Hulk is a 5 mana 2/5 double strike prowess. When it enters for each opponent, put 1 non-land permanent third from the top of its owner's library. So very strong removal. Gets around indestructible. Yeah, obviously blue-white flickers, so you can easily flicker this many times. Then we see at the $10 range here, we've got Oil Deep Gear Hulk. That's the blue-black one here. It's got Lifelink and Ward. It's a 4-mana 4/4. When it enters, look at the target player's hand. Choose a card from it. If you do, they discard draw. Could be better, but that's okay. Still pretty great. Yeah, and then we got a bunch of the new cycle of lands that are activate only if you control X and Y different lands. Lots of stuff there. Monument to Endurance in there. But yeah, so we have a general idea of what kind of stuff we're looking to pull. This doesn't include cereals. This doesn't include any crazy high-end stuff. So let's go ahead and get down to business here. Again,
to defeat the Huns.
Again, the very first pack we open is for Twitch chat. So again, everyone can double dip live here on Twitch. You can win 2 collector booster packs if you comment and share on the Facebook post. So we're going to post that one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and begin the crack packing. Let's see here. Boom. Okay, so we're going to take this very first pack. This is called a box topper. It's a sealed product not for resale. Well, good news. We're not going to resell it. We're going to open our box topper first thing. We don't want to build up suspense. We don't want to waste your time and make you sit here on stream for hours. We're going to go ahead and get to the good stuff. We're going to do it first thing. All right, we got a sealed box topper here. Chat, what do you think we're going to pull, huh? What do you think this card's going to be? Feel free. Type your wildest dreams into chat. What do you think this is? You think this is a serialized card? What could this be? Who knows?
It's a mystery. Loot depends on it.
Yes, the life of loot depends on it. So I don't even know what we can pull in the box toppers. I know there's the finish line card, so presumably it's going to be a bright yellow finish line promo. Hatchling says, I did not miss the Mulan reference. Indeed. All right, so card numero uno from the box topper. A finish line Web Strike Elite. So this is an Insect Archer 2-mana 3/3. Reach cycling. When you cycle, destroy one target artifact or enchantment, mana value X. Playable, not too shabby. And we got one of the POV islands. Very cool. It's probably a Muraganda island if I had to guess. Okay. So box topper, we did not have a big hit, but that's okay. We got some cool. These are the new finish line promos. Okay, so that is it for ye old box topper. Again, folks, don't hesitate to switch over to the Facebook post. I see we've had a couple new comments already. So we've got our collector box here, and we're going to open our first pack. This is our Facebook pack. We're going to crack the pack because we're doing a box break. Obviously, we're going to open the whole box, and whatever we reveal here is going to be prize support for giveaway number 1 on Facebook. So again, we've posted that link in chat a few times. So you want to go, if you can, to the Facebook and simply comment and share on the featured post. So these packs are super thick. Wow, these are a lot harder to open than the Innistrad Remastered collector boosters.
I guess they are, huh?
It's because they're made of steel, because they're vehicles. Okay. So we're gonna shuttle our box toppers off here. We're gonna move our collector booster box out of the way just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, let's get through this pack. Giveaway number 1. We've got Guide Light Optimizer. This is a 2-mana 2/1 robot that has tap out a blue only to cast artifact spells and activate abilities. We've got Spin Out, 3-mana instant, destroy a creature or vehicle. Look out, murderer. You've been power crept. We've got Gastral Blockbuster. The Gastrals are the red-black Mad Max boys. 3-mana Human Berserker, 3/2. When this enters, you may sacrifice a creature or vehicle. Witness me! When you do, destroy a target artifact an opponent controls. So yeah, basically suicide bomb into a vehicle. That is what it's literally describing. Let's see. Zepter Thing says, Ketramos is one card that is worth more in Moto than paper. Yeah. Detroit Sports Rule says, I know this set has a gift bundle. Do you know if this next sets will also? I don't believe so. So the gift bundle this time is called a Finish Line Bundle. I believe that the Universes Beyond will have them. They come with 2 collector boosters. We've opened quite a few, but we haven't opened them on stream because we're really bad at marketing and doing things in the smartest way. So we should probably crack a couple of them on stream for you guys. We've got Walking Sarcophagus, 2 mana zombie cat. It is a start your engines card, so it's an artifact creature zombie cat. Start your engines. Again, if you're not familiar with this mechanic, it says if you have no speed, it starts at 1, increases once each turn when an opponent loses life. So basically, on your turn, at any time during your turn, if an opponent loses life, it goes up 1. It only happens once a turn. So you could play it, and in that same turn, battle them perhaps. It goes to 2. Next turn it goes to 3. Next turn it goes to 4. That's known as max speed. When you have max speed, this card gets +1/+2. So basically, it's a 2 mana 3/3 in 3 turns potentially. So for a vanilla artifact boy, not bad, including the fact that it's a zombie and a cat, which are both tribes in this set. Nice. We've got Sundial the Dawn Tyrant. It's a 2 mana legendary artifact creature construct, 3/3 vanilla, with a big old pile of flavor text there from Chakshi the Dawn Chaser Pilgrim. 2 mana 3/3. Look out, Isamaru. The Sky Serpent Seeker. This is a Simic Snake. Death Touch and Flying. Exhaust. For those of you kids at home, you can activate each exhaust ability only once. So that means you have to bounce or flicker or kill and reanimate or do something else. It has to leave the battlefield to exhaust multiple times. So exhaust 4 generic mana. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal 2 lands. Put them onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom in a random order. Put a counter on this creature. That's right, 4 mana explosive vegetation off the top. Very powerful 2 mana 1/1 flying death touch. Explosive vegetation on all my 2 mana guys, right? Earth Rumbler, 5 mana vehicle. Vigilance Trample 7/6. Exile an artifact or creature from your graveyard. It becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. It's a pretty easy thing to do if you're dredging in green. And it's got crew 3. Earth Rumbler. It's like a giant Hercules beetle. We got a full art mountain. Many of the lands from this set feature the point of view, first-person point of view from the cockpit here. They're driving the vehicles all over Muruganda, Ashkavir, a.k.a. Kaladesh, and, of course, Amonkhet. We've got another Earth Rumbler, this time the Borderless Showcase. Again, it's a 7/6 for 5, Vigilance Trample. Exile an artifact or creature from your yard. It becomes a dude, crew 3. Next up, we've got a foil Borderless Rover Blades. All right, so this is a new iteration of Brass Knuckles, if you will. It's a common double strike one. Also an iteration of Fire Shrieker for all you Mirrodin players. Yeah, it's a 3 mana 2/2 vehicle with crew 2. That has double strike. It also is an equipment, so you can pay 4 to equip it to a creature. Equipped creature has double strike. So dual purpose. You can use it as a vehicle or you can use it as an equipment. Next up, all right, we got a foil rare, Achik, the Emerald Radian, a 6 mana 3/3 insect druid. When it enters, create a green insect creature token for each artifact and or creature card in your graveyard. Whenever another insect you control dies, put a counter on it. Each opponent loses 1 life. Ooh-wee. All those Grist players out there are salivating at some more Golgari insect shenanigans. Achik, the Emerald Radian. Next up, we have a Stride Hanger Automaton. This is a 3 mana construct. Your Thopters get +1/+1. If 1 or more artifact tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional Thopter are created instead. This is a very spicy boy. It's part of a bunch of really fun combos where you make treasures. For example, if you're playing, Pitiless Plunderer, you're going infinite, making treasures, sacking them to make dudes or whatever. Now you also get infinite Thopters with your treasures. It's any artifact token. So that could be creating food, that could be creating clues, that could be creating artifact creatures. You get Thopters every time you do it. Fire Extreme says this set has what's called a finish line bundle, kind of like a gift bundle. Yes, indeed. We got the new Winter. So Winter famously had a Sultai card in Duskmourn, had a Golgari Commander card, now has a Dimir card. Winter Cursed Rider, 2 mana, 3/2, ward, pay 2 life. Ooh, the power creep. Artifacts you control have ward, pay 2 life. Damn. And then Exhaust, 4 mana, including 2 generic, 2 Dimir. Tap, exile X artifacts from your graveyard. Each non-artifact creature gets -X until end of turn. So a Dimir artifact commander. Very spicy. Who knows? I mean, it's pretty power creep chassis. You might see this on like a control deck in standard. Who knows? Lots of artifacts to play it with. Winter Cursed Rider. Next up, we've got Mimeoplasm Revered One. So this is Sultai X for a legendary creature, Ooze. As Mimeoplasm enters, exile up to X creature cards from your graveyard. It enters with 3 counters on it for each creature exiled this way. Pay 2 generic. Mimeoplasm becomes a copy of target creature card exiled with it, except it's a 0/0 and has this ability. So it comes into play. It's got a ton of +1/+1 counters from exiling dudes. It becomes a copy of one of the exiled guys, keeps all those counters, and still has this ability to change at instant speed. Very, very fun shenanigans in Sultai. All right, folks, last but not least for our Facebook giveaway, Willow Rush Extended Art Verge. This is the Simic Checkland. Taps for a blue, taps for a green. Activate only if you control a forest or an island. Check that out. Simic Shenanigans. Looks like we got some crazy mad scientist laboratory here. All right, so that is it for our first pack. Last but not least, the Construct. We got foil 4/4 Construct and a Nalar Aetherjet. The XXs that get made by the new commander in the new Nissa card. Or I'm sorry, not Nissa. The new Chandra card that makes the XX Aetherjets. So yeah, it's a Flying Crew 2, XX. Where X is the number of energy you've paid. So yeah, fun little vehicle token and a 4/4 Construct. We'll put that at the bottom of the pile here. So, all of these goodies in the first collector booster are up for grabs with a Facebook giveaway. This will be your last chance to log in to Facebook and kind of swap over and comment and share on that post. Dropping it in the chat one more time for you guys. Looks like we've got a lot of comments here. All right, we got 27 comments in chat. Ooh-wee. Okay, so we are actually going to swap out our screen share here to a Google Spinner. You guys know the drill. If you've been here for the monthly giveaways before, you know what's up. We're busting out the spinner here. You guys know how it works. But basically, we select a number out of the number of people who have posted who can win in the Facebook chat. And we just go through the comments. We randomly roll a number, and that determines the winner. So I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds to post on the page one last time before we announce our first winner of the night. Again, this is giveaway number 1 for the Facebook people. We'll also have the giveaway for Twitch, so we'll go through it one more time. We got Willow Rush Verge, Mimeoplasm Revered One, Winter Cursed Rider, the Stride Hanger Automaton, Atchik Emerald Radiant, Rover Blades, Earth Rumbler, Mountain, Earth Rumbler, Sky Serpent Seeker, Sundial, Walking Sarcophagus, Gastro Blockbuster, Spin Out, and Guide Light Optimizer. All these are up for grabs during our box break. This is pack number 1 of our collector box break. Okay, so we are going to show you guys this Facebook page here. We're going to shrink this down a little bit. And yeah, so we're going to go to the pinned post. If you've not been to BlackPoloSociety on Facebook, check it out. Like I said, we're up to 363 members. We are growing and showing and sharing with the community in every use of the term. So yeah, we've got a post here. Basically, we're talking about these new commander brackets. We've got a scale of 1 to 5 for power levels, exhibition, aka pure jank, pauper, whatever you want to call it, core, really bad precons, upgraded, some of the stronger precons with some juice in them, optimized, bad CDH, poor person CDH, and then 5, straight up CDH. And we basically just ask, how do you feel about this? So this is the brackets beta, and then there's these game changers. So if you play on level 3, 4, or 5, you're allowed to play game changers. Right now, the list needs a little bit of work. We were just joking about it. For example, I've got this Necropotence here that I made a post about. Necropotence, you'll notice, not on the list, kids. This is one of the strongest cards ever made in Magic, especially in Commander when you have 40 life. It is not a game changer for some reason. So obviously, Gavin and the other people are probably working tirelessly on adding more game changers potentially. Zarku in chat, what's up, dog? So yeah, we've got these game changers here. If you're playing on the 3rd level, you're allowed 3 game changers. And then if you're playing on 4 or 5, you can have any number. So yeah, you can see that's referenced right here. So yeah, if you haven't seen this, go ahead and go to BlackPoloSociety after this. Check it out, lots of fun. So we're going to go ahead and load up this post again. And we're going to go ahead and run through this. We're going to sort by newest. And let's see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 individual posters here. So we're going to go to our Google spinner. We're going to spin a 12-sided wheel. And then we're going to go just from the most recent down. And whoever we roll, that's the person who's going to win the first giveaway for tonight. If you're not a winner, that's okay. Remember, we still have the Twitch giveaway in addition to this Facebook giveaway. So don't tune out just if you don't win. So we're going to go wheel size. We're going to scroll down to 12. It is. This is live. Normally we do a little timestamp, just because some people are literal conspiracy theorists who are insane. Again, 6:34 p.m. Sunday, February 16th. This is a simulation. Okay, so we got 12 individual posts. Let's spin it. Wow. Okay, so we got number 1, which means the most recent post in the comments is our winner, which is David Bonenfant. Wow. Congratulations to David. You are the first winner of the night. I am now going to write that down because I have absolutely no memory whatsoever. David Bonenfant, winner number 1. Yay, everybody in chat. Congratulate David and be a good sport.
Go, David!
Woo woo! Okie dokie. So we have only opened a singular pack of our entire collector booster box here, guys. We've got to get in here and hope to pull some big old money. So, last month, again, like we talked about at the top of the stream, was January. The new set in January was Innistrad Remastered. We did a collector booster box break and 2 giveaways of that. And we didn't even get an Edgar Markov. So, we were a little unlucky. I think that tonight might be our night. We might be a little bit more lucky. So, let's go ahead and start cracking these packs, everybody. Okay, so we're going to blow this up again. Huzzah. Okay. Detroit Sports Rules says, that's me. Well, congrats, David. All right, so pack number 2 of our box break. Oh, let's get this collector booster box out of the way. All right. So yeah, again, congrats. Remember, folks, you just got to tune in every month for these monthly giveaways. We've got an events tab over there on Facebook. And yeah, actually, I'll just show that to you guys real quick before we get into this box break. So yeah, check it out. If you go to the top of your screen, you can always simply click on the events tab and you'll see, for example, we have the Aetherdrift collector box break happening right now. We have May 23rd to 25th is Rocky Top Game Con, to be determined Magic events. So far, we have a $5,000 competitive EDH tournament that's going to have roughly 100 players that we've got lined up with scaling prize support. So last year we gave out almost $2,000 This year we're looking to give out $5,000. We cannot do it without your continued support. And then as you can see, we have all of these past events here, like the Innistrad Remastered Collector Booster one down here, the Aetherdrift Spoilers, pre-release report, all of these fun events. They're all just tracked on the events tab of BlackPoloSociety. So definitely keep your eyes peeled. That is the #1 way to keep track of what is going on in the world of BlackPoloSociety. All right, so pack number 2 of our box break. Let's get through it. Collision Course, 2 mana, sorcery. Deals X damage to a creature or X's number of permanents you control that are creatures and or vehicles, or you can just destroy target artifact. Very good utility indeed. We've got Night Market. Land enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color, add a mana of the chosen color. Cycles for 3. Total absolute garbage. Run Over. 2 mana. Instant. This spell costs 1 less if you target a mount or a vehicle you control. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls, aka one-sided fight. Super good. What's up, baby?
Literally?
Get ran over is what it says here. That's one of our favorite gamer tags of my good friend Dan. Get ran over. Goblin Surveyor. 3 mana, 3/2 Goblin Scout. Trample, start your engines. Max speed 3. Exile this card from your graveyard, draw a card. So for those of you just tuning in, maybe you've been living under a rock for a month. Again, start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. Increases once each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. So first time you play this card, it goes to 1. And then it can go to 2 on that turn, 3 the next turn, 4 the next. You have to make an opponent lose life. Roadside Assistance, a 3 mana enchantment, creature or vehicle. When it enters, create a 1/1 pilot. It can saddle or crew with 2 greater power. Enchanted permanent, gets +1/+1 and lifelink. Very, very nice. Next up, we got Sky Crash. 2 mana, destroy an artifact. Cycles for only 1 red. Spassy. Next up in our box break, we have Point the Way with the loot hanging out in the windshield of a vehicle, it looks like. 1 mana enchantment, start your engines. 4 mana, sack this enchantment, search your library for up to X basic lands, where X is your speed. Put those cards on the battlefield tapped. Yes. So this could basically say, pay 4, sack an enchantment, search your library for up to 4 basic land cards, and put them on the battlefield tapped. So that could be a very powerful effect indeed. Fire Extreme says, saw people already trying to break the speed mechanic, getting max speed with trigger duplicators. Yes, you could play a Start Your Engines card on turn 1, go to 1 on turn 2, play a Hasty Boy, get to 2, play something that could potentially copy a triggered ability, and you can very soon find yourself with max speed turn 3 or turn 4 potentially, depending on how far in the combo you want to go. So yeah, we've got a wonderful, I think this is a Kaladesh swamp. So of course we have 5 basic lands in Magic. We've got basic lands for each of the planes that this race takes place on. So again, that's Kaladesh, aka Akavir, or whatever it's called, a Vishkar. And then we've got Muragonda, which is a giant swamp. And we got Amonkhet, a giant desert. So this is a Kaladesh themed borderless swamp. We see the dashboard here, the vehicle, the windshield. Very cool. Next up, we've got Air Response Unit. 3 mana, 3/3, Flying Vigilance, Crew 1. Nice. Good strong power toughness to ratio there. Velo Heart Bike. 3 mana, 4/2 vehicle. When it enters, you gain 2 life. Tap at a mana of any color. Crew 2. So yeah, this is a mana rock. It's a 3 mana rock that taps for a mana of any color. And then it also has built-in gain life. And it also has built-in Crew 2 4/2. Muragonda Raceway. So this is one of these racetracks we're talking about. So Muragonda is the giant jungle planet. Start your engines. So you can play this land literally on turn 1 and start your engines. It taps for colorless. When you hit 4 speed, it has tap, add 2 generic mana. So yeah, Ancient Tomb. Very powerful effect, but obviously not a very powerful effect on the first couple of turns. Rampaging Aetherhood is a 5 mana 4/4 Trample Ward 2 Snake Hydra. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get an amount of energy equal to this creature's power. Then you may pay 1 or more energy. If you do, put that many counters on this creature. So yeah, it's got Ward to protect it for a hot minute. And yeah, it's just a really good energy sink. Another Atchik Emerald Radiant. This time it's the showcase. Zarku says, in the Aether Hood.
I love it.
Yeah, so Atchik Emerald Radiant, the Insect Druid, looks like a giant moth, maybe. 6 mana, 3/3 Insect Druid. Enters, create a 1/1 insect for each creature and artifact in your yard. Whenever another insect dies under your control, you put a counter on it, and each opponent loses 1. Combo Breaker. Alright, what's up? Pack 2, we got Market Back Walker. Part of the Walker family of XX constructs that are 0/0s with counters. This creature enters with X counters on it. Pay for it, put a counter on it. When it dies, draw a card for each counter on it. This card is ridiculous in every Hardened Scales +++ counter deck. And I approve this message. Make giant robots kill your opponents. Last but not least, in this box break, we've got Duretti Rocketeer Engineer from our box break pack number 2. 5 mana X5. Power equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Whenever it enters or attacks, choose an artifact in your yard, sack an artifact, return the chosen card to the battlefield. So yeah, he is a Goblin Welder. He's running around here with a giant wrench in a rocket wheelchair kind of thing. Yep, so sweet. That is pack number 2 of our box break. So we've got a cat token with lifelink, meow, and we've got a Thopter with flying. Okay, so let's move on. We got to get down to the last pack for our Twitch giveaway, chat. We'll give Ellie one of these to open, our little good luck charm. There you go. Why don't you swami one of these? All right.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think machines.
Machines. Okie dokie. We've got Trip Up, 4 mana. Target non-land permanent's owner puts it on their choice of top or bottom of their library. Cycling for 2. Engine Rat, 1 mana zombie rat. Death Touch, pay 6. Each opponent loses 2 life. 1/1. We've got Hazard of the Dunes. It's a 4 mana worm. Trample Reach. Exhaust 7. Put 3 counters on this creature. Very fun. Very fun little draft guy. Very fun little draft guy. He's got a good little upside there. 4 mana 4/4 Trample Reach with an upside. It's kind of ridiculous. We got Burner Rocket. 2 mana 3/1 Flash Vehicle. When this vehicle enters, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. Crew 1. Very aggressively costed vehicle in red. Fire Extreme says Chrome Mox in this box would make up for no Markov in the Innistrad box. I agree. I say 2 Chrome Moxes. Why not, right?
Shiny.
2 Chrome Moxes is what I say. Diversion Unit. This is a 2 mana robot. Flying, pay 1, sack it. Counter target instant or sorcery unless they pay 3. And it's a 2/1. So yeah, sweet. Power Creep little flyer that also counters instant and sorceries. Back on track. 5 mana sorcery. Return a creature or vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield. Create a pilot that crews or mounts with power 2 greater. Very nice little rise from the grave power creep. Embalmed Descendant. So this is one of the dual colored uncommons in the set. This is the Orzhov one because of the zombie theme, of course. 3 mana 1/2 zombie. Start your engines. When this creature enters, create a 2/2 black zombie. Max speed. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1, you gain 1. So a delayed Blood Artist / Zulaport Cutthroat, etc. Silent Bill Bomb says, this set really surprised me. Love my new Gonti Night Minister. Yes. Mono black. Please don't hit me. Hit anyone else. Steal yo deck. We got another POV mountain this time. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Somebody driving through the wastelands there. We got a Veloheart Bike. Once again, it's a 3 mana rock that taps for any color, but it's also a vehicle with crew 2, 4/2, and ETB gain 2 life. All the power creep. Hatchling says, POV lands, I don't know what to think. I think unless you're playing a vehicle deck, you're probably never going to use them. Carrion Cruiser, a 3 mana 3/2 vehicle. When it enters mill 2, return a creature or vehicle from your graveyard to your hand. Crew 1. So just a power-crept Gravedigger vehicle. Lifecraft Engine is our first rare here. It's a 3 mana 4/4 vehicle. As it enters, choose a creature type. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen creature type, in addition to their other types. Each creature you control the chosen type other than this vehicle gets +1/+1. So this is an Anthem vehicle that turns all your vehicles into the creature type you choose. So if you play a sliver deck, all of your vehicles are now slivers. If you play a zombie deck, all your vehicles are now zombies. If you play an artificer deck, all of your vehicles are now artificers. So very cool. And then on top of that, this guy gives them all +1/+1. It's only 3 mana, folks. It's 3 mana, 4/4, crew 3. So yeah, Lifecraft Engine. This card's seeing some play in Tribal Commander, and I fully support it. Next up, we got a good earn, Priest of the Crossing. 4 mana, 3/3. This is out of the Aetherdrift Commander deck. Beginning of each end step, you put X 1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. It is a 4 mana, 3/3 flying zombie bird cleric. This is not a drill. Each end step, this is not just your end step. So if you block 6 creatures and 6 of your guys die, at that end step, every creature you control gets +6/+6 counters. Because that is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. It is cray cray. Love that card. Loving it. Next up, Gastral Thrill Roller. More of the Mad Max boys. So this is a 3 mana 4/2 vehicle. This vehicle enters, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So not only is it trample and haste, but when it enters, it turns into a boy. It's a crew 2, pay 3, discard this card. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. Of course, finality counter says anytime it would leave the battlefield, exile it instead. Next up, we have the new Birthing Pod. Holy crap. Repurposing Bay. 3 mana artifact, pay 2. Tap, sack another artifact. Search your library for an artifact, mana value 1 greater than the sacrifice card's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield and shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. So yes, this is a blue Birthing Pod for artifacts. Amazing. Simply amazing. Arkham Dagsum rejoices. Urza rejoices. Emery rejoices. This card is ridiculous. Alright, the end of pack numero 3. A foil borderless winter cursed rider. Ooh-wee. So just to remind you, it is a 2 mana 3/2 legendary creature human warlock. Ward, pay 2 life. Artifacts you control have ward, pay 2 life. Exhaust, pay 4, tap, exile X artifacts from your graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets neg X until the end of turn. A spicy little board wiping boy. And then we've got a Chandra emblem here. Shandy, the Spark Hunter. Whenever an artifact you control enters, 3 to any target. And Tron Light Cycle vehicle here, crew 1. Booyah. Okay. Not bad. Pack number 3 in the books. All right, Magic players, we're getting into pack numero 4. All right. Starting off with a bounce off. Return target creature or vehicle to its owner's hand. So it's a Power Crept Unsummon. We've got Deathless Pilot. This is a 2 mana zombie pilot, 2/2. This creature saddles, mounts, and vehicles as though its power was 2 greater. So it can crew 4. Pay 4, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so very, very overcosted Gravedigger effect. Great for piloting stuff in the Rakdos Gastral deck. Leonin Surveyor. We got a 2 mana 2/2 Cat Scout.
It's a kitty.
Start your engines. During your turn, this creature has first strike, max speed, pay 3, exile this from your graveyard, draw a card. So yeah, there's a whole little sub-theme and a couple of colors of exiling stuff from your graveyard for value. So you play the aggro deck, your stuff eventually dies, you draw cards off it dying. The Migrating Ketrodon. I'm sure this dinosaur is a native of the Muraganda forests. 6 mana, 6/6 Dinosaur. Reach. When this creature enters, you gain 4 life, cycling for 2 mana. Nice little power crept Colossal Dreadmaw. You love to see it, folks. All my Colossal Dreadmaw fans in chat say, where the dinosaurs at?
Extinct. I'm joking.
Amonkhet Raceway. Start your engines. Tap, add a colorless. Max speed. Tap. Target creature gains haste until the end of turn. Wah wah wee wah. This land gives haste in about 4 turns. Nice little effect for those of you that can't afford a Hall of the Bandit Lord for $30 freaking dollars. You know what I'm talking about? Alright. Pace Setter Paragon. 3 mana, 2/3 Human Pilot. Exhaust. Pay 3. Put a counter on this creature. It gains double strike until the end of turn. You can only activate Exhaust once, but this is instant speed. So that's a cool little combat trick there. Your 2/3 turns into a 3/4 double strike at instant speed. Fun little combat trick indeed. Broadside Barrage for all you pirates. 3 mana instant. Deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Draw a card, discard a card. See this in a lot of pirate decks. It says, let's show them how the Keel Haulers say hello. Keel Haulers is the Izzet racing group in Aetherdrift. The blue-red pirates. Next up, Bougie Swamp. Look at the wonderful night lights of Kaladesh, folks. We got Ripclaw Wrangler. 4 mana, 4/3 artifact creature vehicle. When it enters, each opponent discards a card. Crew 2. Nice. It's like a little Liliana Spectre there. 4 mana, 4/3 vehicle. When this vehicle enters, each opponent discards a card. Very nice. Very nice. Love to see it. Raw card advantage at work. Next up, we got Burner Rocket. This is a 2 mana, 3/1 flash. When this vehicle enters, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and trample until the end of turn. Crew 1. A ride worth dying for. Or in. LOL.
LOL.
Goblins going full Mad Max.
Yo, Final Destination up in here.
Yup. Where's that log truck?
That's what I was saying.
Alright, Crypt Caller Chariot. 4 mana, 5/5 with some very angry zombie cats. Definitely look like sphinxes. Artifact creature, artifact vehicle Menace. When you discard 1 or more cards, create that many tap 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Crew 2. So yeah, it's a 4 mana, 5/5 vehicle, Crew 2 Menace. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, create that many tap 2/2 zombies. Yeah, this is super good. Zombie decks, wheel decks, mill decks, reanimator decks. Fear the Crypt Caller Chariot. Fear the zombie cats. Alright, next up we've got Aetheric Amplifier. So this is a very niche card. Probably won't see it in a lot of decks, but it is super strong in experienced decks especially. And like charge counter decks and a few other kind of really niche ones. So this is a 3 mana artifact that has tap out a mana of any color. So it's at least a manalith. But then it's got pay 4, choose 1, activate only as a sorcery. Double the number of each kind of counter on target permanent. Double the number of each kind of counter you have. Fire Extreme says it's a black Esca's Chariot. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, Aetheric Amplifier, we pay 4, we double the number of each kind of counter on target permanent. So this could double plus with counters. This can double charge counters. You know, you could have Vacation Moneylender out. This can double the number of Vacation Moneylender counters. Alright, there's a lot of dumb counters out there. This can double shield counters. This can double all kinds of stuff. But normally you're going to see it with like plus and counters or charge counters on permanents. Double the number of each kind of counter you have. Well, clearly this would be used in an energy deck to double the amount of energy that you have. This can also be used in an experience deck to double the number of experience counters you have. Could also be used in some weird suicidal infect deck to double the number of infect counters you already have. If you just don't like playing the game and you're at 5 or more poison counters, you can use this to just kill yourself. So possibilities are endless, folks. Aetheric Amplifier. Fire Extreme says, good in a Ramos Dragon Engine deck. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Bazri, tomorrow's champion. Everyone's favorite crazy Catman.
Now, that was my favorite thing I pulled. So.
Yep, she pulled a Bazri back on pack number, what is it, pack 4? Yeah. So Bazri, tomorrow's champion. 1 mana, 2/1. Legendary creature, Human Knight. 1 tap, exert, make a 1/1 cat with lifelink. Cycling 3. Whenever you cycle this card, cats you control gain hexproof and indestructible. Very powerful effect. Yeah, Silent Bomb says, Mothman, double your rad counters. Yeah. So if you use it in Mothman, you probably double his plus counters to just one-shot people. But if not, you can always just double your rad counters and really mill deep. Next up, Curse Cloth Wrappings, another zombie card. 4 mana artifact. Zombies you control get +1/+1. Tap. Target creature card in your graveyard gains Embalm until end of turn. Embalm cost equal to its mana cost. For all of you at home wondering what Embalm is, maybe you didn't play during Amonkhet and Hour Devastation. Embalm is a cast ability that's an alternate casting cost. You cast, in this example, it's equal to its original mana cost. You exile the creature card. You get a white zombie token version of it with no mana cost. So white zombie token version with no mana cost. It does count as casting a creature. So, yeah, good stuff. Explosive Getaway. 5 manja. Exile up to 1 target artifact or creature. Return to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. 4 damage to each creature. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is just a big old board wipe. Where's my, what is it? Storm's Fury? 4 mana, deal 4 to every creature. It is 5 mana Boros. Deal 4 to every creature and save an artifact or creature, basically. And then we have a Start Your Engines token. Look at that. Start your engines. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, if your speed is 1 or greater, increase your speed by 1. Max speed is 4. Triggers only once each turn. Boom. Max speed. Huzzah. Alright. I believe that's pack numero 4. This box be broken. Come on, Chrome Mox. Daddy needs a new Chrome Mox.
Blessing.
All right, Ellie has blessed these packs. Boom. Let's see what we get.
What do we get?
Light Shield Parry. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the turn, cycling 2. Avishkar Raceway. Start your engines, tap for mana, max speed, 3, tap, discard, draw. Not bad, not bad. Magmakin Artillerist, 3 mana, Elemental Pirate, 1/4. When you discard 1 or more cards, this creature deals that much damage to each opponent. Aether Jacket. It's a 3 mana Thopter, 2/1 Flying Vigilance. Pay 2, sack it, destroy another target artifact, activate only as a sorcery. Great little guy. I mean, great guy for pumps. 2/1 Flying Vigilance. Great for pumping. Great for blowing up big vehicles mid-game. Got to play it in pre-release. It was very good. We got Aether Siphon. 3 mana artifact, start your engines, pay 2, tap, draw a card. Max speed, whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2. That's a great, powerful effect. If you can get the max speed, that is doing the Lord's work right there. Next up in our pack, we've got Pit Automaton. A 2 mana defender that has tap, add 2 mana, spend only to activate abilities. Pay 2 tap when you next activate an exhaust ability, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. This card's great with the new loot that's got draw 3 cards exhaust. Very powerful effect indeed. Next up, we have a little baby mount. Legorin, the Soul of Alacria. So this is a green-white beast mount. It's a 1/1 flying. Whenever it attacks while saddled, you put a counter on each of up to 2 target mounts and or vehicles. Saddle 1. It's a little flying kind of What is it? A sugar glider? Maybe a sugar glider and a horned owl had a baby. I don't know. The Night Lady rides this thing into battle. So
Let's see this thing.
Riding into battle a 1/1 probably not the best idea.
Looks like a.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm
Kinda
thinking
like
manticore.
No, it's definitely a very furry little mammal. Cute little sugar glider, maybe.
I know. That's,
Planes.
I know.
Boom.
I'm
Look
weird.
at that. Plizzy. Next up, Boosted Sloop. Got 2 of these in my pre-release kit and didn't play them.
What in
Because I'm
all
bad
heck
at
is
magic.
A sloop? What's a
A
sloop?
sloop is a type of little boat, silly. So a boosted sloop. The pirates have been jacking some ships, apparently. 3 mana, 3/3 menace. Whenever you attack, draw a card, discard a card, crew 1. Take a bite out of life. Because it's shaped like a shark, everybody. You get it? It's a shark. Alright, Guidelight Pathmaker. Man, I thought we actually had a Gear Hulk here for a second. Guidelight Pathmaker. 6 mana, 6/5 vehicle, vigilance. When it enters, search your library for an artifact card revealed, put it on the battlefield if its mana value is 2 or less. Otherwise, put it in your hand and shuffle. Crew 2. So pay 6, tutor, and put a 2-drop into play, or put a 3 or greater in your hand. It's okay. Next up, we got the Boros Leader, Kolodin, Triumph Caster. He's a 2 mana, 2/3 human pilot. Mounts and vehicles you control have haste. Whenever a mount you control enters, it becomes saddled. Whenever a vehicle you control enters, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Fire Extreme says, Sloop Kid's afraid to leave his sloop.
I love it!
All the Hey Arnold fans represent. If you wake up in the morning and your bones hurt, you probably remember Hey Arnold. Yeah, so Kolodin's spicy. He gives your stuff haste. He turns on your mounts to be saddled. He turns on your vehicles to be dudes the turn they come in. So he is a Boros Beats. Alright, Wizened Mentor. A 2 mana 2/2. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of a permanent that isn't a mana ability, you create a zombie. This only triggers once each turn. So yeah, it's a very easy way to get a whole pile of zombies real quick. Whoa, look at this zany art. Fearless Swashbuckler. Another pirate. This is a fish pirate. 3 mana 3/3 haste. Vehicles you control have haste. Whenever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attacked this combat, draw 3, discard 2. Flavor text, party on the poop deck. Ermergerd. Yep, that is a fearless swashbuckler, folks. Look at the madness. Soak it in. Next up, Full Throttle. This is a really fun one. 6 mana. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combat phases. At the beginning of each combat this turn, untap all creatures that attack this turn. So every turn, so the main combat, the next combat, and the third combat, you untap all creatures. So very, very fun triple combat, basically. Last, we got the Speed Demon Foil Showcase. Speed Demon with a crazy long tongue. So this is a 5 mana 5/5 legendary creature, Demon. Flying, trample, start your engines. Beginning of your end step, draw X, lose X life, where X is your speed. So when you hit max speed, this guy says, end step, draw 4, lose 4 life. A very powerful effect. We got a Timeless Dragon token. You get brownie points with the Wine Stallion if you can tell me what card makes this Aetherdrift Commander Dragon Zombie token. No Chrome Mox yet, folks. No Chrome Mox yet. I'm feeling it. This pack feels extra lucky.
Ah, me.
Chrome Mox, Chrome Mox, Chrome Mox. I want to know where the Mox is at.
Moxie?
Everybody who saw the Leprechaun say, hey. Alright. First up, Mutant Surveyor. 3 mana 2/3, start your engines. Pay 2, +1/+1 until end of turn. Max speed 3, exile this card from your graveyard, draw a card. Nimble Thopterist. 4 mana 3/2, Vedalken Artificer. When this creature enters, create a Thopter with flying. Broken Wings. Pay 3. Destroy an artifact or enchantment or a creature with flying. Ooh la la. Scrap Compactor. 1 mana artifact. Pay 3. Tap, sack, deal 3 to any creature. Pay 6. Tap, sack, destroy target creature or vehicle. It's kind of like the universal adhesive from the D&D set. It's a fun little removal piece for sure. Next up, Rover Blades. This is the 3 mana 2/2 double strike vehicle that also has equip for 4. Equip creature has double strike. Carrion Cruiser, a 3 mana 3/2 vehicle. When it enters mill 2, return a creature or vehicle from your graveyard to your hand, crew 1. Yeah, it's a little Gravedigger vehicle that also mills. It's nice. Defend the Rider. 1 green. Choose 1. Permanent control is hexproof and indestructible until the turn. Or create a 1/1 pilot that mounts and crews 2 power or greater. A Forest POV full art land. Marshall's Path Cruiser. 3 mana vehicle that's got Wooburg on it. So when this vehicle enters, search your library for a basic, reveal, put it in your hand, shuffle, exhaust, pay Wooburg. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature. That is a permanent static effect. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature that permanently becomes an online vehicle. Put 2+++ counters on it. So it's a permanent 8/7. Just a permanent 8/7, and it also has crew 5. So, yeah, interesting little mana fixing guy. Broadcast Rambler. 5 mana vehicle. When it enters, create a 1/1 Thopter with flying. It's got crew 1, so that kind of puts it online. It's a 5/4. 5/4 for 5. Big old vehicle. Crew 1. Ooh, a foil market back walker. That's nice. They have a couple commander decks we could slot this guy into. Again, he's a walker, so he's an XX casting cost. Artifact creature construct comes in with X counters. Pay 4, put a counter on it. When it dies, draw a card for each 1/1 counter on it. Ooh-wee. Pima Trailblazer. Shout out to all my elephant players out there. 3 mana 3/3 Elephant Warrior with Trample. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, you get that many energy counters. Exhaust. Pay 6 energy, put 2 counters on this guy. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So if it's just him, you're going to draw 5 cards for 6 energy. Next up, we got the Voyager Glide Car. This is a spicy little aggro piece. 1 mana vehicle, 2/3. When this vehicle enters, scry 1. Tap 3 other untapped creatures you control until at a turn this vehicle becomes an artifact creature, gains flying, put a 1/1 counter on it. Crew 1. Flavor text. 0100111100110001110001.
It actually says that. Yes, it does.
That's a hilarious flavor text. That's a good one.
What the heck was
I
that?
have no idea what it reads. Maybe it says Voyager Glide Car in binary. I have no idea, kids. That's a fun one. Go to Scryfall. It probably tells you. Voyager Glide Car flavor text. So here we got a borderless Monument to Endurance. I like the name, Monument to Endurance. We could all use a little more endurance in our life, for sure. 3 mana artifact. Whenever you discard a card, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Draw a card, or create a treasure, or each opponent loses 3 life. Fun discard a card artifacts. Nice. Whoa, Whir of Invention. Special guest card. Ooh-wee. It looks like Dr. Manhattan's been smoking meth.
Oh, no.
Alright, Whir of Invention. X, blue, blue, blue. Instant, improvise. Your artifacts can help cast a spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1 generic. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value X or less. Put it on the battlefield, governor. Then shuffle. Silent Babam says it means fly in binary. Yeah, it's 18 binary inputs to to tell you the word fly. Yeah, so Whir of Invention special guest. I actually have no idea how much this card is for this bougie version that looks, again, like Dr. Manhattan, dropping acid. Babe, look at the art on this. Whee!
Oh my gosh.
Spooky! And then we've got a Zomboni and a pilot. Nice. Well, that's cool. We got our first special guest. And not just any special guest 86. Look at that. DFT, special guest 86. Okay, doke. For my next pack, I think this is the halfway point. We just finished pack 6, which means we got 6 packs to go. If I can open the pack, jeez. Dummy thick booster packs. You love to see it. Alright. Huzzah. Pack Doll Terror. This is a 4-mana artifact creature toy 3/4. When this creature or another artifact you control enters, each opponent loses 1, you gain 1. Wow, that's good. It's great for some infinite combos. Maybe you're working on a little black cat in the witch's oven, huh? A little familiar, cauldron familiar combo, eh? Maybe you're doing a little grave crawler Phyrexian altar combo wombo. Infinite loses life and you gain a life. Not bad. Not bad for an artifact creature toy.
Let's see this toy.
It's bad. It's bad. You don't like it. Scoured Barrens. Scoured Barrens. This land enters tap. When it enters, you gain a life. It's the old black-white gain land. Back from the grave. Back at it again. Light Wheel Enhancements. 1 mana vehicle. Start your engines. +1/+1 vigilance. When you hit max speed, you may cast this card from your graveyard. Not bad at all. 1 mana aura. That gives a little bit of value. And again, at max speed, you can cast it from your graveyard. Endrider Catalyzer. Again, witness me. 2 mana 3/1 human warrior. Start your engines. Max speed. Tap. Add red. 3/1 mana dork. Where'd they at, though? Slick Imitator. It is a 2 mana 1/3 ooze. Start your engines. Max speed. Pay 1. Sack this creature. Copy target spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Racer Scoreboard. 4 mana. Start your engines. When this artifact enters, draw 2, discard 1. At max speed, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Ooh la la. Next up, Outplace Oblivion. 3 mana enchantment, start your engines. When this enchantment enters, deals 5 damage to up to 1 creature or planeswalker. Pay 2, sacrifice this enchantment. It deals 2 damage to each player who doesn't have max speed. I've got the need for speed. Tell him, Chandra. Zarku says, cool, that looks hot. Yes, indeed. Plains, look at this. They're racing through Amonkhet. I see some jackal monuments here. Amonkhet racing on the plains. Ranger's Aether Hive. It's a Simic 3 mana artifact vehicle 3/5. Vigilante. When you activate an exhaust ability, create a 1/1 Thopter with flying, crew 1. Wow. So for all you exhaust players out there, you can make some Thopters. What a great value. Next up, Ranger's Refueler, 2 mana 3/3 vehicle. When you activate an exhaust ability, draw a card. Exhaust for 4. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature permanently. Put a counter on it. Crew 2. Style that never runs on fumes. Nice. It's a fun little Exhaust Matters card. Burnout Bastronaut. 1 mana 1/1 Goblin Warriors. Menace. Start your engines. Pay 2. This creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Max speed. This creature has double strike. Damn, Goblin Warrior. You got so many abilities. That's four lines of text. On a 1/1 for 1, guys. Power creep is here. Alive and well. Another fantastic zombie bird wizard. Ret 2 Mystic, a 2-mana 2/1 zombie bird wizard. Flying. Each creature card in your hand has cycling 1 and a blue. Kefnet may be gone, but the thirst for wisdom never dies. Speaking of thirst, we're going to take a break for me to drink some A&W root beer. All the great root beer taste without any of that caffeine.
Root beer doesn't have caffeine to begin with, silly boy.
It's a future sponsor of BlackPoloSociety. I'll bet my hat on it. Possession Engine. I love this card. These pirates be stealing, y'all. Possession Engine. 5-mana artifact vehicle 5/5. When this vehicle enters, gain control of a target creature and opponent controls for as long as you control this vehicle. That creature can't attack or block for as long as you control this vehicle. Crew 3. You know what that creature can do? It can crew this vehicle. Take it for a spin. That's not a request. Yep, so this is like a little hostage taker mind control guy. But it's a vehicle, so unless you crew it, it won't die to creature removal, which is nice. Shout out to Possession Engine. Cole Stoke Gear Hulk. Whoa, we got to showcase Gear Hulk on chat. That's a $10 bill right there. This is a 5-mana 5/4 Rakdos construct. Menace Death Touch. That's a good one. Let's see here. Daddy Liquid Death. First time chat. What's up, Liquid Death? The only root beer that has caffeine is Barks, but normally root beer is caffeine free. Yes, indeed. Zarku says Gear Hulked. When this creature enters, put target creature card mana value 4 or less from your graveyard onto the battlefield until end of turn. Onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. That creature gains Menace, Death Touch, and Haste. At the beginning of your next end step, exile that creature. Of course, a finality counter means if it would leave the battlefield and not be exiled, exile it instead. But still very cool if you have like a World Gorger Dragon, you can potentially exile it and bring it back. So yeah, fun stuff. Rakdos Reanimator Gear Hulk, indeed. Last but not least, pack number 7. Ooh, a fun little stacks piece here. Let's see if we can get it in focus. Skyseer's Chariot. 2-mana 3/3, flying. As this vehicle enters, choose a non-land card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name cost 2 more to activate. So you can name a commander and make them pay 2 mana to activate. Or you can name a little mana rock. This does not say mana abilities don't count. So you could literally name a non-land card name. So you can name a Manalith. Maybe they got a Chromatic Lantern. Maybe they're blowing you out with their Soul Ring. You gotta lock down their Soul Ring, where it's not even worth activating anymore. Fun little card indeed. Pack number 7. Skyseer's Chariot. Alright, pack 8, folks. Paku Ocho. Alright. Come on, Chromox. We got a couple packs more until we finish it out with another giveaway. One more giveaway. Alright. We're closing in on giveaway number 2. Grim Bauble. 1-mana artifact. When this artifact enters, target creature and opponent controls get -2/-2. Pay 3, sack this artifact, surveil 2. Nice little piece of removal and value, especially in black. We've got Orzhov using the graveyard. We got the Rakdos deck, of course, setting up those exile draw guys that have start your engines. Zepter says big pulls.
Oh yes, always here at
Howler's Heavy.
BlackPoloSociety.
This is a Seal Pirate. 4-mana Seal Pirate 3/4. Pay 2 for cycling. When you cycle this card, target creature or vehicle and opponent controls get -3, -0. It takes a thick skin to ride among the kill haulers. Haha, get it? He's a seal. Next up, Dismal Backwater, Blue-Black Gainland. Next up, Alacrian Jaguar. 5-mana 4/4, Cat Mount, Vigilance. When this creature attacks while saddled, +2/+2 until end of turn. Saddle 1. Damn. It's a big old angry cat. Trade the Helm. 5 mana. Exchange control of target artifact or creature you control and target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Cycling for 2. Yeah, this card's super fun, super strong, and it's got a Hammerhead Shark on it. So, yeah, I love Hammerhead Sharks. Shout out to Trade the Helm. Push the Limit. Hey, I had this in my pre-release. My Boros vehicle pre-release that obliterated everyone I played. Push the Limit, 7 mana, return all mounts of vehicle cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sack them at the beginning of the next end step. Vehicles you control become artifact creatures until the turn. Creatures you control gain haste until the end of turn. Ooh-wee, this card's super strong. Super fun if you're playing vehicles or mounts. Really big turn, indeed. Plow Through, 1 green. Choose 1, target creature you control fights another creature an opponent controls, or destroy target vehicle. Flavor text, something, something, plow your mom. Got him. Full Art Swamp. We got like 4 of this one swamp so far. It's kind of crazy. What's up with the swamp distribution? Spot Cycle Scouter. 2 mana, 3/2 vehicle. When it enters, scry 2. Crew 1. Hard Light, Hard Attitude. Lots of aggressively costed Boros vehicles. Air Response Unit. Speaking of vehicles, 3 mana, 3/3 Flying Vigilance, Crew 1 vehicle. When the worst happens, rely on the best. Next up, we got River Pyre Verge. This is our blue check land. So tap at a red, tap at a blue, activate only if you control an island or mountain. Yay for shiny $10 lands. Whoa! Next up, we got Hashaton. Hashaton Scarab's Fist. This is the spicy Plan B commander from the Precon. He's an Orzhov commander who has a blue activated ability, making his color identity Esper. So yeah, he's full of CDH potential. Legendary creature Zombie Wizard. When you discard a creature card, you may pay 3. If you do, create a tap token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Very, very strong. Very strong indeed. Yep. Lots of combos. Discard your Runescarred Demon. Discard your Broodlord. Tutor up. Go tutor up. Saw in half. Make more copies. Do the Lord's work. Very ridiculous card, Hashaton. Alright, next up, we pulled Howl Squad Heavy. Hatchling says pretty cool. Yes, indeed, he is. Howl Squad Heavy, for all you Goblin players out there. 3 mana, 2/3 Goblin Mercenary. Start your engines. Other Goblins you control have haste. Cough. Shout out to my Goblin War Chief. At the beginning of combat in your turn, create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token that attacks this combat available. Shout out to Goblin Rabblemaster. Max speed, tap, add a red mana for each goblin you control. Shout out to my Goblin Rituals. This card does it all. It is the Swiss Army knife of goblins. And it is standard legal. Zepter Thing says standard goblins. Yep, this card is insane value. I'm loving standard goblins. Loving new stuff for Goblin Commanders. Ovia, Automech Artisan. This is a 4 mana 1/2 human artificer. You've heard of Elvish Piper? This is the Elder Piper, if you will, because it's an old lady. Get it? Each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has trample, so that's all your guys have trample, and all of your opponent's creatures attacking other opponents have trample. Pay 1, you may put a creature or vehicle card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you put an artifact onto the battlefield this way, put 2 counters on it. So yeah, WickWiki says Elvish Piper but better. Yeah, pretty much. It's just ridiculously good. Yeah, there's nothing else to really say about it. It's just super strong. She gives everybody not battling you trample. She puts a creature into play or a vehicle, and if it's an artifact, you put 2 counters on it. And she's a 1/2. That's double the toughness of Elvish Piper, if I recall correctly. So, Ovia Automech Artisan. Wild and zany times, kids. Last but not least, in pack numero 7. Oh, it's an Aganosaur Rex. It's this lame 5 mana 8/8. For everybody who loves big numbers, 5 mana 8/8. It's a creature dinosaur trampling. Pay 3 mana to cycle. When you cycle it, put 2 counters on a guy or a vehicle, and it gains trample and indestructible until the end of turn. So a 5 mana 8/8 trample that you can cycle to give +2/+2 counters, trample and indestructible until the end of turn. The one and only Velocity Raptor. Ha ha ha. Yeah, look at this guy. He's just looking for his next hit. He's got a severe substance abuse problem.
I literally think that looks like Arcrum.
We got it as a
art.
decayed zombie, and we got a timeless dragon. You say it looks like R. Crumb. Looks like the artist is Bill Brasky. No, I'm just kidding.
What does it literally say, Joel?
It says John Vermelvia, something like that. Shout out to John V.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.